for this. And the only reason I'm keeping these hotkeys I made that I was using when I first started the front side strategy is because if at the end of the month, come the end of February, if the strategy that we're using is proving that, hey, it wasn't just a weak fluke and the strategy just sucks, then I'm going to go, I'm going to tell you guys right now, for anybody that's still here, I'm actually going to show you guys. Let's see, February. Let's go back to February 8th. And we'll just go to today. It's fine. So that should do it. Go to the overview. So since I started the intensity strat back on February 8th, this is my P&L chart. Now keep in mind, since like right here, I want to say it was like right here. I think it was, yeah, it was right here because I was up around 700. This is when I started messing around and trying the new stuff. And as you can see, I've been just having a string of bad luck. But anyways, before that, I proved to myself that I could make money with the 112 system I was using. What do you see here? You see these two cliffs. MTSI, this was the trade, the cliff. And then we gained all that back and some, and we started making some real money. And then LYV. And then after LYV, I said, because I thought after MTSI, I took that whole month of June off, and I tried to figure out how to not let this happen again. And I was doing really well. And then out of nowhere, LYV gets me, and I realized I did it again. And I started saying, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like something's wrong with the strategy that I can't make it work without taking these big losses every once in a while. Well, guess what? It had nothing to do with the strategy. Nothing. Those two losses, MTSI and LYV, I broke my rules on both of them. Both of them. I broke my rules. And I fought the stock and I lost way more than I should have. Way more. But guess what? For some reason, I'm thinking there's something wrong with the strategy. There's not something wrong with the strategy. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me. And that's why, even though I'm messing around with my strategy and stuff like that right now, and changing around, doing all this other stuff, I was more focused throughout this whole time period right here of reading into how to fix my emotions of trading, right? Emotions is a much bigger part to trading than anybody thinks it is. It is trading. Controlling your emotions is trading. That is what trading is. Hitting buy and sell with a strategy in place, that's simple. Coming up with a strategy where you say, I'm going to buy here and I'm going to sell here at this specific price point, this risk point, this is where I'm going to stop out. You can say those things, but guess what? When you actually get in the trade, actually executing those orders, that's where the emotions come in. And guess what? MTSI, I didn't follow that. And look what happened. LYV, same thing. So if what I'm doing now, which I still believe can work, if it doesn't work by the end of February, we are going to go back to this because I haven't, since I've had this new mindset, like I said, after watching that workshop with Mark Douglas and all that good stuff, since having this new mindset, I haven't traded with this strategy. I haven't done it. So it obviously works, right? And it's been proven to work over months and months, right? The only drawbacks were two huge losses that were very avoidable, right? They were me. It wasn't the strategy, it was me. And I'm finally now realizing that. I'm finally realizing that. It had nothing to do with the strategy. If you look at those charts, let's go look at them real quick. Simple MTSI and LYV. So these are the two trades. We ended up losing $1,040 on MTSI when my max loss on any given trade throughout my doing that strategy was supposed to be $100. $100. I lost 10 times that on one trade. Let's take a look at the chart. I don't think it might not be in here. I have to go back and grab it from. Give me one sec. Here's my MTSI chart. So what have you guys seen me do recently, right? I get in, and what do? I cut the trade at high a day, right? So if I would have got in here, and I got in too big with my share size here when I took MTSI. So what I did is I ended up I took half my shares off. I took half my shares, reducing the trade, looking to get back in a little bit later, looking for it to ultimately fall over. Where if I would have just cut my trade off, I would have been done, right? I could have looked to get back in later if I wanted to, but it wouldn't have been anytime soon because it just kind of grinded. It just grinded the rest of the way. But since I was still in it, I was playing that grind. And look what it did. It just grinded higher and higher and higher. And I kept fighting it until the point where I realized, okay, this is my last attempt. It finally looked like it was ready to die and fall over. And it didn't, right? Just like LTHM did. This almost looks just like LTHM, right? But LTHM, we played a little bit different. We had our risk intact, right? We kept cutting the trades and letting new trades come to us. We didn't fight it all the way from the beginning, right? We didn't keep trying to average up, waiting for the drop to happen, right? We kept exiting our trade, realizing we were wrong, and looking for a new trade. If I would have done that here, we wouldn't have lost $1,000, right? We might have lost, I know we were size too heavy here. We might have lost like 150, something like that. It's a lot better than 1,000, right? Okay, LYV. I don't know if I have LYV's chart on here. I don't think I do. Okay, let me see if I... Crappers. Do I not have LYV's chart? Well, anyways, I mean, we can just look at this because, I mean, that's another good thing that TraderSync does. They do make a chart for you. But just to give you the rundown, I lost $706.50, or actually $720.75 after commissions. So this isn't the best looking chart. They're actually working on these to make them look better, like give you the option of putting arrows and stuff like that. But this thing was an afternoon trade, as you can see, volume out of nowhere. We kind of let it make its move, or at least we thought we did. And we jumped in this with too much share size. If we would have had the hotkeys that we had now, and we still had that chart, if you remember on my scanner screen, we had the chart up. So with that chart, it told me that I should take 10 shares. Or 25 shares, sorry. Look at what I started with, 50. I started with 50 because I was looking at my overall P&L curve at the time, and I was like, man, we're killing it. Let's start to, ramp it up a little bit, maybe accept the risk a little bit more. Stupid. Don't do it, right? Stay within your means. Yeah, everything was working. Why did you change? Anyways, 50, and that's the other thing. What happened to 112? What happened to 112 and cutting if it didn't work? Yeah, I was more than happy, apparently, to just go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Look how many times I hit 1. 1, sell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times I hit the sell button. 11 times. And then guess what? It didn't drop. It just kept on going. So we were just waiting and just waiting and waiting. And guess what? It just never did it. So we slowly started getting out of our position. That was it. Well, what else were we supposed to do? I mean, it obviously wasn't dropping. It was obviously news driven. It was obviously something around this price that they were thinking that it was just going to hold there because it obviously didn't want to come back down any further. So we started getting out of our position, and that was a big loss. Where if we would have, right here, see this one red candle that you can't really see? If we would have just played that correctly, 1, 1, 2, tried to drop down, goes high a day, cut it right there above 69. Done. Trade's over. Lose whatever you lost, be done. Okay, whatever. If you would have sized it correctly, it should have been $100. If you size it incorrectly, okay, maybe $200 at max. Not 700. Right? I was the problem, not the strategy. The strategy gave you exits on both of these trades. I just didn't take them. I wanted to win the trade. I wanted to prove that I was right and the stock market was wrong, right? Guess what? The stock market doesn't give a rat's ass about what you think. Trust me. The quicker you learn that that's the case, the better off you'll be. That's all I can say.